Kimberly.
And I'm Lily.
And today what we're going to do is we're going to make bagels. Our second adventure with bagels.
The first time we cooked bagels, we didn't really like how they were flatter and like not as plump. And so that's what we're going for this time.
Today we're going to be using Peter Reinhardt's bagels recipe from the Smitten Kitchen, one of my favorite Instagrammers. So today we're going to be using Bob's Red Mill artesian bread flour. During the coronavirus, it's really hard to find flour, but we found Bob's Red Mill. And we're going to be using Flashman's Rapid. And then we're going to use 2.5 cups of
Warm water
to activate the yeast. And what we're going to do first is we're going to make a sponge.
Okay, the first step for today is just making a sponge, and then that's going to sit overnight, and then we'll proceed with making more bagels tomorrow, or finishing the bagel process tomorrow. So today, we're just going to mix the yeast, and I think it's half of the yeast, and flour, and then you add your 2 cups of warm water to it. And that's how you prove.
So we have 3 cups of flour in here, and what we're going to do is we're going to go in and dip in and get another cup. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix up the flour so that it gets nice and aerated, so it's not super heavy, and then I'm going to have fun with it and scrape it off, and there's another cup, there's a cup. So we're going to add the 1 teaspoon of yeast into the flour, and we're going to stir that up. And then we're going to go ahead and add the water, warm water.
And we're adding 2 1/2 cups of warm water. So here's 1/2 of it. And here's the last cup. And we're going to mix that together.
So now we have our sponge made, and we're going to cover it with plastic wrap and let it set for 2.5 hours, and then we'll come back to it and add the rest of the ingredients. Wow.
I'm excited. So we've added the additional yeast, and it says to stir. Oh, it's kind of a weird texture.
And the addition of salt. 2 3/4 teaspoons of salt. And 3 cups of flour will be added. And then since we can't find malt, we're going to use molasses. Sehr good, sehr good.
Ooh. It's like chocolate.
Yep, we're going to stir that in, and then we're going to put it out onto the counter and start kneading it. Yeah.
How the second one turned out to be a little bit uglier than the first. So, I'm just trying.
So we've decided we're not quite yet bagel makers. Obviously, our first attempt was not fluffy enough. This time we've made them too big. I said we like them big. We don't like them this big. Anyway, so what we're doing is trying to get it off the pan and into the boiling water, which is, entertaining.
Because we didn't oil this pan.
Yeah, I think we need parchment paper is what I think we need. Anyway, that's the story of our woes. I'm sure they'll be good, though. Oh, yeah, there we go.
They're fluffing up in the oven quite a bit, which is making me happy. Come on, just get in there with your hands. Quick, create a hole.
I don't think it matters. It's a square bagel.
That was so chaotic.
Okay.
Dude, create a hole. There's the hole. Get in there with your hands. Oh! Oh no. Oh no! So I think they look good, but I might be kind of biased. This one is like, wow. Look at how big it is.
They have nice holes. The hole formation's pretty good. Maybe they could cook a little bit longer, but I think they're good. We'll taste it and see.
Okay, this is our bagel. We're gonna do a taste test.
Okay. I think it could have cooked a little bit longer. Now, obviously, our shape is a little funny, but we're not from New York, okay? But we tried. That's all I can say. We tried. It's good. What do you think? Once you
I did.
This is the second batch.
I think we could get it as long as we like made them smaller and did some parchment paper.